Hi everyone, and welcome to the Natalie Miles Show. Welcome to this weekly energy forecast for this full moon in Aquarius week. How are you doing? How are you feeling? The energy for August is it's a lot. The energy forecast theme for this month is It Gets Real. We are facing a lot, and there is a lot coming forward into our reality where shit is getting real and we're having to look at things. So if you haven't watched or listened to the full monthly energy forecast, go and have a listen. I'll put a link into the show notes or the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube, so that you can go and access your full August energy forecast, so that you can make sense of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and what is showing up in the collective. And this weekly forecast, it will sit under the energy of this theme. It gets real. It's big, it's potent, and I'm excited to share these forecasts with you. One quick announcement before I do jump into the weekly energy forecast. I am going to be hosting a Messages from Spirit event Sunday, August 25th. So if you would like to receive a one-on-one message from me, I'm going to be channeling through guides, ancestors, loved ones in spirit that have crossed over that you'd like to connect to. It's $25 to join. I love doing these events. So yeah, come and join me and come and experience some channeled messages and some channeled insight from me. Link in the show notes, and again, link into the comments on how you can sign up to join me. So, August 18th to August 24th. The energy that we're really experiencing is really punctuated by this full moon in Aquarius. When I tune into the energy of the week, it is going to be about freedom. It is going to be about looking at our freedoms. August 19th is this full moon in Aquarius, and we are going to be asking ourselves, is it real or is it fake? We are going to be looking at what our dreams are for the future, what our vision is for the future, what the collective ideal is for the future. How can we create freedoms for ourselves and for the collective? How can we liberate ourselves and liberate the collective? And what do we have to do to make that happen? Yeah, what do we have to do to make this idea of freedom possible? What do we have to change? What do we have to disrupt to make that happen? And there is an energy of disruption this week too that comes through because we're seeing and understanding that we have to make some changes and disrupt our personal lives, or disrupt and change our thought patterns, our beliefs, how we show up to create this freedom that we know we want, that we know we deserve, and that we know that we want in our lives. So we're really questioning what is freedom? What is the vision of freedom, and what needs to change in our lives to make this possible? As part of all of that energy, we're also being asked to look at what are we committing to, or what are we recommitting to, and what are we promising to ourselves? Again, what are we promising to ourselves to create this freedom moving forward? And to do that, we are being asked to look at what obstacles need to be removed, the healing, what needs to be healed so that we can create this freedom, and honoring the patterns of the past, seeing the patterns of the past, and also kind of drawing a line underneath them and being like, okay, I'm done with this now. We're done with this now. How can I draw a line in the sand? How can you disrupt what has happened to you in the past, or disrupt the how you've been doing things and do things differently. What has to be disrupted to create freedom? Yeah, that's the loudest channeled phrase of this week. What has to be disrupted to create your freedom? And that is going to show up in our personal lives and in the collective. So it could feel like there's a lot of disruption, a lot of moving parts, a lot of expect the unexpected next week with this energy. The Democratic Convention starts in the US actually on the full moon on the 19th. So I'm really intrigued to see how this is going to show up with Kamala Harris, with the reception of all of this, with the changes that are happening, how Joe Biden shows up on stage, his health. It's going to be all part of this energy, as well as the energetics of, is it real, is it fake? Because that fits into the August energy forecast theme, it gets real. So yeah, there is a lot of things getting real next week under this full moon. There is a lot of healing happening, and looking at, what has to be disrupted to create our freedom moving forward. If you want to connect with your guides and your intuition around this theme, ask them, what does freedom mean for me right now? What does freedom mean, and how can you create this future vision for yourself? There is a card spread that goes with the August energy forecast. That would be a great time, if you haven't done it already, to connect to the card spread, and also to do the binaural beats activation. It's a solar plexus clearing and amplifying activation, which would be great to do around this time. And also I have a free Give It Death download, Give It Death activation. So if you're going through some really big endings and transformations right now and you're looking for that additional support, I also have a free download to support you in that as well. But this week's energy is really punctuated by the energy of the full moon. Of course, we still are in the Mercury Retrograde energy too, so we are going to be experiencing the relooking, the reworking, the reevaluating. We are going to be slowing down and noticing and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. That energy hasn't gone anywhere yet. But this important time of looking at freedom, of looking at what we're committing to, what you're promising to yourself, honoring where you're at, but also in this full moon, looking at the vision and committing to it. And just asking yourself that really big question: what has to be disrupted to create your freedom? If you've enjoyed this, please rate, review, share. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, leave me a comment below. Leave me a comment on how this is showing up for you in your life, how this forecast has made you feel. I would love to hear from you. I'll be back next Sunday with another energy forecast update. Looking forward to sharing another one with you. And don't forget, if you're interested in receiving a one-on-one message from me, I'm going to be sharing as many messages as I can at the Messages from Spirit event on the 25th. Have an amazing week and see you soon. Bye.